Alrighty, our loyal trikes. Welcome to another video. This is going to be a gameplay video, but I just want to start off with the beginning screen to sort of look at some of the mods that have been coming up. That's, this one right here is actually, or these three are new as of, just recent. I was on here earlier and they weren't there. So those are some new ones. But more importantly, I was looking at some of the creature mods, and I've seen a lot of videos about the Moros Indomitable duo. So if at all you want me to add that to the gameplay at any point in time, so be it. I will. I want to have all this not too heavily modded, just as the game progressively gets more mods and more updates and progressively gets increases in performance and all the other types of things. But I don't want to deviate from the original game too far. I added these two right here in the beginning just because they were sort of just, you know, cool new things. I hadn't experienced the mods in the game yet, and obviously these two were the featured mods that were first out, but it was still the first implementation of the mod system that we had. So I don't think I'm going to get rid of those. Plus, I haven't actually seen the Deinosuchus in any other map besides this modded one that I've been playing recently. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's a little bit harder to start out on than the island. And there's no flyers on the map, so it's a little bit harder to get around. But I use that map as sort of my way to play without messing up the series that I'm currently on with this recording. But as you can see, I have the stacking mod. This just for convenience. I have Utilities Plus. That's just like I can throw multiple spears, or I can throw bolas without them ever, you know, like without having to make multiple of them, and it kind of cheap. But I don't want to have to spend the whole time wasting resources and getting resources for simple things like that. And future down the line, they won't even matter in the end. Because they're just not significant later on in the game. You won't have much uses for bolas and stuff. And then the custom dino levels, I'm not sure how much that works, but that it's supposed to make it so there's not a lot of low level creatures, because you can go into the game rules or the advanced stuff and you can change the levels that the dinos are supposed to get to, but there was still multiple instances where I was finding that the dinos would still end up being on the lower level. I wasn't finding a lot of high levels, especially like with pteranodons on the wind video. I had found maybe like 5 of them, I think, and none of them were even level 100. So I added that. I'm not sure if it works, but hopefully down the line I can find higher level creatures, and that's just supposed to help with it. So I'm not adding too many changes to the game. I did just get rid of the super spyglass, which is a spyglass that tells you information on the creatures, but I did find out that this Utilities Plus mod also has one that tells you that information anyways, so there was no point in having the super spyglass, and I found that out while I was playing my other modded Ark map. But I do want to start with today so we can get back on track. It's actually started snowing here recently. So I did end off the video over here last time, but I just came into the building to log out because I didn't want to wake up with anything attacking me, as you know from the previous video where we left off. I got attacked by a Therizinos. I lost 2 of the baby turtles that I had just claimed, which wasn't really too sad, as I had just gotten those out of nowhere. I tamed the PT, and I flew over here. I was flying around the map, and I was looking for places to build, and I found here. It's not the closest place to metal. I tried to build as close as possible, but I wasn't finding any good areas to build with near all the mountains that have the metal. And so I came over here and just decided to build here. It was a nice flat area, and this is just where I ended up building. And here we are now. There was also the instance of that Megatherium attacking my Pteranodon when I ran away from it. I was going to make a door. I actually already had a door. I didn't realize I had a door on me. So I went and made another door, and then I came back, and my Pteranodon was getting attacked by a Megatherium. So starting from that, the goal of today is to sort of build up the base and potentially tame some more creatures. So that's what we're going to get started on today. See if I can get my Pteranodon. Oh, not quite. I can access him. Let's see what I'd use to call him here. So unfollow. No, in the original game there was a way to, like, oh, hold on, I'm stuck. I can't look any direction. What's going on here? Hello? I'm broken. I can't look left to right. What's going on here? I might have to see if I can maybe turn off my mouse, maybe? It's a weird issue to have. I'm getting the... Here, we're gonna go ahead and maybe... No? Alright, this is weird. I'm gonna go ahead and close and reopen that. I'm sorry about the black bars that are showing up. I do notice that in the recordings and on the YouTube. I don't know how to fix it. If there's anybody who knows, I've researched it. I've looked through all those things. I can't find out how to do it. I've got a 2560 by 1080 monitor here, so I can't. It's not the same. Oh yeah. Also, I found out what that noise was that I thought was the Fear to Evolve event. It's that bird you just saw flying over me. It screams. That one right there. It's called a Dimorphodon. I didn't realize they changed the sound cue for those two, just like they had like the dodos and the raptors. But they actually changed those too, and it sounds like a scream from the Fear Evolved event. Oh. Got a turret on there, not the best thing. Oh, I didn't actually see this. So I don't want to go back and revisit that other explorer note from that one area. When I was running up to go get my PT in the previous video. That was pretty rough. Let's see how I can get my Pteranodon here. I know I can hit J to follow all, but I want to whistle to go to one direction. Let's see if we can find that out here real quick. Nope. Nope, not what I wanted. Land back down. Land back down. I also want to go over I changed the experience. I didn't realize I had the kill XP multiplier on high. I tried to type 3 times, and apparently I typed 31. So I was getting way too much XP for those kills. So I would maybe like create a new character to sort of start over, but at this point, I'm a little too far invested to just straight up do that. But I have fixed the experience. I shouldn't level up as fast anymore. I actually even brought it to 2 times. Everything was at 3 times. I brought most of it to 2. There's still a few on 3. So just some balance changes in the system to prevent, like, speed leveling and whatnot. I am hungry here. I don't know if I have a bed yet, like an official bed that doesn't break. I was going through lots of videos about some of the new... Oh, here we go. See, like, things just get attacked out of nowhere. I don't understand. I was looking through some of the other YouTubers' videos and seeing about some of the new features that have been added compared to Evolve. So I'll definitely implement some of those into the video and make sure to mention them if you haven't at all used any of those or watched those videos or just don't know about it overall so far. What is going on here? I think I hear that new creature, that Therizinos. I don't know, I didn't see one here last time, but it's sounding like there is one. Yeah, right here. It's a pretty dangerous area. I'll have to add some sort of countermeasure to that guy. I get a big gate set up so he can't come into the base. And I do want to look into how to tame these guys, because they do seem pretty strong, just from what I was looking with. They still did lose the fight against the Bronto, but again, I was still having issues with the leveling back then, so it might have been a very low level Therizinos and just happened to be a higher level Bronto. I'm not sure. Food. I need food. But yeah, about the black bars. So I was looking into it, and there was a lot of videos that I just wasn't pulling information from. Like, I was looking at it and trying to reason what it was talking about, but I wasn't understanding what it was talking about. I tried changing the display, the output, and all that stuff on OBS, and it just came out the same way. Even when it looked fine on OBS, it just didn't look fine on YouTube. I'm sure that's, like, even when I'm watching just regular videos, I have that issue where my screen expands past 920 by 1080. When I go into the shrunken version of the video, it does go to 9. Like, if I take a snapshot, or the snipping tool. If I use the snipping tool to sort of cut out that area, it is 1920 by 1080, but when I'm looking at the actual, when I go into full screen, it does still have those black bars, even though I'm not the one who recorded the video. So it's just got to be something with the 2560. Even when I put my monitor on, or even when I was having the videos output as 1920 by 1080, it was just making the videos not post in high definition, which I didn't want. I wanted the videos to be in high definition, and even when I had it just posting in standard definition, it wasn't fixing the issue with the bars. So, I don't know. I'll try a few more things. Might make the recordings a little bit weird in some of the videos. But just bear with me until I find out what the issue is. I think I want to tame a berry, a herbivore. Because narco berries are like a huge part of this game. If you can't get tranks, you can't knock dinos out, and if you can't knock dinos out, you can't tame them. So, something to consider. as a first tame, because obviously when I was making the tranks for the Pteranodon, I didn't have the berry dino, the herbivore, to get the berries for me. So I was collecting it by hand. That's not very efficient, even when you're on, you know, like 3 times harvesting and whatnot. I do still gotta change the harvesting though. I was using even the metal tools in that other world that I was playing, and it was still giving me just like a very diverse amount of resources. So I wasn't getting as much metal or stone as I was wanting, even though it should be giving me triple. It's just the settings not set up right, so it is giving me triple of like whatever factor it's using. It's just not giving triple the amount, which it sounds weird, and I know, but it's just overall like I'm just trying to figure it out to see how I fix that. So obviously, there's also been a lot of graphical improvements. Like I'm playing on higher settings than what I was before. Go to the video, you can see I have global illumination on Epic. I didn't have that on Epic before, and I can even turn a whole bunch of other things on Epic, and it still performs just fine. For reference, I'm using a 3080 with the, which is actually the recommended hardware for this game, and so I imagine maybe that helps to improve the graphics. But I was looking at a video of, you know, 4090 rendering and stuff at 4K. Obviously, this card couldn't do that. Probably not at 60 FPS at least. But, you know, I am still able to play at higher settings, which even in Evolved, I wasn't able to do. If I go to Survival Evolved right now, which is like the downgrade, as I've said in this series multiple times, you know, Ark Ascended is just the UE5 version of a previous game that I loved. Game for 8 years I played, and this is the UE5 version of that game. And I, even that game, obviously, it's on UE4, and it's even been optimized for XS systems, which means it's meant for the newer systems. It's just only on Xbox. So you got optimizations for Xbox, but you don't quite have those optimizations for PC and whatnot. So the game runs worse, actually. Even though you'd expect the worst graphics to sort of make it better, it's not quite how that works. So it was first an issue of the game performed pretty bad at start, but now they're slowly building up. I'm actually able to like have these epic settings. Now I'm still keeping the foliage on low just because I don't want to have to deal with the tall grass. Obviously it doesn't stop all tall grass. I don't know how to stop all tall grass, but having the setting on low means it renders less of it, so you don't have to worry about that. And you can actually, one thing I found that's very, very useful in the videos that I was watching from other videos, is you can actually track how to make something, which is just an amazing feature. If you're forgetting how to make something, like if I'm looking how to make a refining forge, I can just track it, and I can see what I need. So, you know, stone, I'll go collect stone. A hide, I'll go kill something and get the hide from it. So a huge plus. And there's also a map on here, like an actual map in your inventory, and you can mark where to go. set waypoints and stuff. Also amazing. Good, very, very good improvements on the game. Though, there does seem to be lack of texture right here in the grass for some reason. I don't know why that is. It shouldn't be like that, though. Maybe it's just I have textures. No, textures are on Epic. I don't know. Let's try advanced graphics on Epic. Alrighty, so unfortunately I changed the setting and it crashed the game. The game wasn't quite saved yet, so we're back at this point, which is pretty much the start of where we were. So we'll have to get back to that point. I wasn't too far, I know that. Let's see if I can get my Pteranodon from here. Let's look at the settings. Gamepad, keyboard. Alrighty, so toggle HUD, map, console, whistle, all stay put, whistle, all follow, all aggressive, move to is comma. So if I wanted to move, right there. Sweet. Good thing to know. There is that Pteranodon that fought me previously. I will include all the iffy bit of stuff that just happened there. I won't cut that all out. With the game crashing and all. Back to what I was doing. I got meat and I made a campfire, that's right. So we're gonna do that again. Go back to our tracking menu, stone, thatch. There we go. Make our campfire. Here we go. That's strange how I punched it. I punched it last time as well. I just can't avoid punching it for some reason. So you'll see a whole bunch of bugs where it's like my wood is separated. You can see they're not stacking properly. That's because when I changed from the you know, the stacking mod, when I added that mod, it doesn't transfer to everything that's already stacked. So I've got to wait for that to slowly implement itself into... And you can actually disable autocraft too. So if I wanted to only make a certain amount of meat, I can just tell it to make this certain amount of meat. That's pretty cool. You can also do that with cooking recipes. Before, if you had one thing in while the fire was going, it'd make one thing, and then it'd make what you want it to make, and it would be all over the place. You'd be making stuff you didn't want to make, or you'd be using resources you didn't want to use on whatever in particular you're making. And now you can actually just choose what you're crafting, so you don't have to worry about that. Good addition. Got our meat back so I can actually eat. I did fix the food, so I no longer drain food as fast. It still drains pretty fast, unfortunately, but I did mess with the settings a little bit just to fix some overall discomforts and make the game a little more convenient for me. My goal for right now is probably tame Pteranodon after I make this bed, which I need fiber and thatch for. I believe I have fiber in here. Yep. And then just a little bit of thatch. I'm sure I had thatch in the chest too, but it's not that hard to just slap a tree. Whoop. And boom. I'll probably make some, like, once I get more hide, probably get some more pants or some more clothing for myself, just so I'm not always as cold, or at least light clothing for other things. And you can see that now the structures will actually connect to the wall, or you can change to go into the middle. You can change to just make it snap, so you can have it snapping right into the foundation. I'm not sure where that is happening right here, but so I'm gonna go all over. I have it flipped if I want to place something in one way, and I'm looking, you know, and I can't turn in one direction or it doesn't place. Then I just change it by pressing E on computer. I'm not sure what it is for Xbox yet, but I can just, you know, switch it around a few times. I'm trying to find where I want to place it, and place right there. So probably right there. Ooh, I haven't seen the new look of the bed yet, so it's a little more. It's got more of a wood frame to it than the previous one. I'll have to check the other one as well. So let me get my arrows. There we go. And probably a bowler real quick. I should have the reusable one here somewhere. Here's what I mean is the binoculars is just some crystal and metal. And you can actually see how much, like what their stats on the creatures are, which is really, really sweet. Good addition. Reusable parachutes, those are a big one for me, just because I'm always jumping off of high places, so it's a huge thing for me to not break my feet. One thing if you dislike having to always click things, is you can just hit space. I'm not gonna unlock that. I thought I removed that mod. I'll have to go back and change that. But you can just hit space or enter, and so you don't gotta click and then go over to enter each time. You can just press space or enter 2 times. Wood platforms. I did see on these were hugely upgraded, and now it's not just structures you're allowed to build on it, like the foundations, because you're able to build foundations on them, but it wouldn't always directly work. Or not quite, it wouldn't work. It was a little iffy, and you'd have to mess around with it to get the perfect thing that you wanted. But now you can actually just place walls on it as if the structure was itself a foundation. Very good implementation. As those were one of the bigger things in the games. In the Survival Evolved was building bases and trees, definitely on PvP. And also, if you're a PvP player, there's, you should know that there's turrets. These turrets, they'll shoot people for you as long as they have power. And now you can place them sideways, upside down, which is really amazing. Because now there's more coverage around your base. You're not always having to worry about one part not being represented. Like, you've got one side of your base that's easily raidable, and then one side that's impossible to raid. And it's like very imbalanced, but now you can place them everywhere. But there still is a turret limit, so obviously you won't see like upside down turrets along with 400 normal turrets. That's just not how it's gonna be. But you are able to build more structures now because the way it renders the buildings now is completely different. And I still have my picks and like opinions about the graphics still. Like, from afar, the character creation, the character looks like a mobile character, I have to say. So it's not it's still a work in progress. But I'm sure that it will get fixed later on or changed. And if it doesn't, I'll get used to it. It's not too much of a difference, but you know, I've played the mobile version of Ark, and that's just what that reminds me of. Now we just got to make a parasaur saddle for a new buddy, and he will collect all of the berries that we need. Coming further into the game, he will sort of lead us into our main. He'll allow us to tame better berry gatherers. So he's the start of this whole adventure. I'm just gotta get some hide real quick so I can actually make a saddle. Oh, there's a baby there, I actually noticed. And I'm actually seeing more people pointing out the mutations. Oh, I'm getting attacked. So yeah, I imagine it is actually that. I don't like that situation. But yeah, more people are noticing that babies in the game can actually get mutations. A lot of people are starting to see that the babies can actually get a little bit higher level. So we were actually one of the first people to point that out, I believe. I'm not so sure how soon that we actually mentioned it, but it was from relatively like the first video I remember that I had pointed out there was a baby that was higher level than the parent. Because I was on the official servers at first. I know, right? I got onto an official server. That's pretty crazy. I got onto the official server, and there was a stego that had a baby, and this baby was 2 levels higher. And I even in the same video where I mentioned the mutation, I also mentioned the double and triple mutations, to which I literally right after, like just today, I was watching a video from Raz Clark, and he mentioned the same thing, that people are now talking about. There's possibly double or triple mutations on the babies. So, cool thing that maybe if someone gets lucky enough is something we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. But we generally were the first people, to my knowledge, to point that stuff out and come up with that reasoning. I'm sure we weren't the first, but I don't see any videos of other people stating otherwise. So at least in the wide-known information that's being passed around, I do believe if you were here, you probably got that information first. Let's see, what do I want to level up on this guy? A little bit of weight and stamina to keep us going. Should have enough hide. I just want to get a little more, though. Dang. It's always the Fiomias. We've got 2 babies here, actually. Maybe this time we won't get interrupted by a whole bunch of Therizinos. Let's go ahead and claim these guys. Whoa! 120? Hold on, that's different. So they oh wow, that's really good. Babies have now just been made to be probably a better option than the parent itself. Oh. I'm pretty sure that was a Therizinos I let off the mountain. But the babies, now once you claim them, they're not just level 80. They're actually level 120 now. When you're taming something, it gets half of the levels that it currently has additional if you have a perfect taming. And even perfect taming in Evolved was half of that -1, because you couldn't really get a perfect tame. But I claimed these 2 babies that were level 80, and they're level 120 now. So you actually get that. Oh, sorry. You actually get the additional levels as well. That's actually a really. I don't know how to feel about that. It's definitely good for like early game, and definitely, you know, probably mid game as well when you're going off to tame gigas and stuff. But that is, it's a pretty huge difference that I didn't even know. So that must have been just recently, because I'm sure the ones I've claimed before didn't get extra levels, so that must be real recent. Which means on top of mutations, we'll also get an additional level. For every mutation, we'll get an additional level. That is pretty big. Because if you've got a baby that's got a double mutation, then you've got 4 extra levels. You tame that, then you get an additional 2 levels that are put into your tame. So obviously 2 doesn't seem like a lot, but when that counts towards like actual stats that can be bred off, 2 points is a mutation you don't gotta get, plus the 2 that you already have. So you're just getting more mutations every mutation. And I know it's only 1 level for a single mutation, but you're still getting extra points when there's a mutation in the baby. So oh no. Oh, come on. All these Strudons. Ugh. I don't like this. It's gonna kill my baby Theomias I just tamed, or just claimed. I didn't exactly tame them, because I stole them from the mom, the parent. This Trudon is really annoying. Oh, that was... What's your health? Oh, that is... Ooh. I'll definitely have to improve the, security of my base area. It's gonna take me a minute to get these guys here. I did get a whole bunch of hides, so we can go ahead and make that Parasaur saddle now. Oh, what? Wait, what? Oh, it's starved, probably. Let's get this guy some berries so he doesn't starve. Yeah, it's starving. Eat up, buddy, eat up. Sorry about your brother or sister, I don't even know. And yeah, the babies do give, I noticed Syntac talking about it the one time. The babies do actually give prime meat, like in the previous game, which can be very useful when you're trying to tame things. Also, everything with lighting has been changed. You can, if you have paint, you can tame your torches, or you can paint your torches to, you know, display different colors. Azulberry. Which one? There we go. You just feed it to him and it gives you imprinting. I think I still need to fix the imprinting settings on my thing, because the imprinting is like 4 minutes. I need it to be like 7 or 8, just so I can get the full imprinting effect on them. Where's he? Unfortunately, the advanced animal pathfinding is... I don't know the current situation on it. From what it looks like, creatures have been reverted to the original pathfinding, where they kind of just run into walls and then turn if they hit a wall. I think they're probably just trying to change it until it gets better implemented. But here we go. Now we can actually make narcotics. I just need to split like, I don't know, 80 maybe. 80 pieces of meat. And then we'll just split all. Oh yeah, that's way better. But as you see, I'm getting like one of multiple. I'm getting a whole bunch of everything, which is not quite what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like 20. Oh, whoa. Is that like a radar? I forgot Parasaurs could do that. We've got sun over there. Oh, Trudon. Oh, wait. Where? Pass it. Oh, there's more of them. Yeah, there's more of them. I knew there was more because they don't take less damage from my attacks unless they've got a pair. If there's a male and a female, they take less damage. I'm glad I have this parasaur. I'm gonna need to build like gates up top there as well. I feel like there's just there's no way they're coming from down here. They've got to be dropping from the top. Yeah, like that. I feel like that has to be one of them. You are going to stay on enable turret mode. So just keep blasting that. No, that's a Carno. I'm glad I found that, though. I would not want a Carno jumping on top of my base. What? It's just like ignoring me. Oh my. I dislike that. Oh wait, I forgot about this. So I can zoom in and out. What is here? Oh. Annoying things. So yeah, if you hit... What is happening here? Why do I always come back to something eating my tames? You good? Are we all good? Everyone okay? No issues? Gonna turn that back on high. I don't think high and epic are actually different at all. I haven't seen any differences between the two. Oh wow, those spoiled fast. Faster than I thought they would. You're gonna hear that a lot just because there's a lot of creatures. But it'll make the base safer, I promise. Also, look at how the lighting interacts through here. Isn't that so much better than like just an animation that has light in the base for no odd reason? And it would have the same effect out here as well if I had the the campfire inside. That is a cool looking glow. I've got to say, you look nice with that parasaur. Phiomias, these guys don't actually give anything useful. They're known as the, there's a name for them, and back in Evolved I can't think of it. But if you feed them stimberries, what were they called? Yeah, just stimberries. If you fed them stimberries and then repeatedly hit the defecate button, then you would, oh, what? Then it would just keep going and it wouldn't stop until it gained full stamina. So you'd lose all your stamina, you'd eat stimberries, and then you'd force defecate a whole bunch of times, and it would just non-stop, and you could use that as fertilizer. Alrighty, so I want to get to making a modern pedestal here, so I can start making narcotics. Let's see what I need. Stone. I do want to eventually get metal tools. I feel like that'll probably be a next episode thing. Just because I'm trying to... I'm trying to get everything sort of settled down here. Now I've got everything I need and I've got a base spot settled down. So that should be enough. Now we'll just make our mortar. And I can start taking the berries and that spoiled meat I just got. And we can make narcotics. I need a torch in here. Is there standing torches, perhaps? Yes. Just need a little bit of light in here. A little dark. Whoops. Alrighty. Now we can see how this looks. Oh, that is so sick. See how it looks from the outside. Oh, you can't actually see anything on the outside. Except for a little bit of a glare. Charcoal, very useful resource. You can make gunpowder with it, and actually, I think that's it. But gunpowder is very useful, very, very useful, especially in PvP. So I'll go ahead and place this down. This is what I mean by it locking in place. So I can hold Q and it'll lock onto each foundation. I can't place it over there because there's already stuff over there. But I can have it, you know, anywhere. And it won't place like inside of the wall. So we got narco berries and spoiled meat. I'll go ahead and get a little more of those berries. What do you want? Majin berry. So that's this one. A little bit more of these narco berries. So I want to keep hold of these Mayho berries just because they are very useful for taming creatures. Note that the stacking mode that I have also reduces the weight by half. So I can carry 10 times more, but the weight is still only halved. There was one to reduce it by 90%, but I didn't want that. I didn't want to be completely, like, mobile when carrying thousands and thousands of metal. That's just not realistic. I mean, Granted, it is a game, but I didn't want to make everything too easy. Just because it's a new game, and I want to explore all the aspects of it before I go. Looking into all the new cool ways to make the game easier. Craft 55 of them. I think the tame for today is probably going to be an Allosaur. A very, very strong starting dino. It does a lot of damage. First off, it just absolutely obliterates most creatures that you can find. You'd probably win a fight against a Rex if you had the right allo. Whoops.
Oviraptor philodictor is a small to medium-sized carnivore, common in the jungles and beaches of the island.
Fact about the Oviraptor, actually, it can now collect eggs as they are dropped. So back in Evolved, there was always a debate of whether or not they could actually do that, of whether, you know, it would pick up the eggs by itself, but no, you would have to give it the eggs. It could run around, and when it ran around, it would give your dinos a boost that I think helped them lay eggs faster. I'm not entirely sure, just because the concept I didn't explore very well. But now it can actually pick them up by itself. So you don't got to worry about giving it the eggs. I don't remember what it did with the eggs. Again, I didn't look into all that. It was never really a creature I used, because you had to tame it with eggs, and to get eggs, you'd had to have a lot of creatures, mostly big creatures, and it didn't usually have extra eggs just to throw away. And tame a creature I didn't see as useful. But now it might actually be useful. And I'm just loving this lighting system. This is very beautiful. But we're getting these narcotics crafted up. And once those are all crafted, I can make a whole bunch of arrows and we can go tame an allo. How are we doing on narcs? 55, sweet. Now, we can make our arrows. I only need 55 of them. And I don't believe I have it unlocked yet, so we'll go ahead and shrink. Yep, there we go. And then with these arrows and narcotics, I can go ahead and make these shrink arrows. I actually think I had a little more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 over, but that's fine. And we can use these to go tame ourselves an allo. I do have stuff. We're gonna wait for this Phiomia to get one more imprinting before I go. Oh, where is he at? I'm not seeing nothing. What are you yelling at? Alright, nothing seems to be here. I think we're good. See, what is he doing? There's nothing here, buddy. Alrighty. We got 8 more seconds on this. Alrighty, hand-fed, cooked prime meat. I do think I have some, actually. I just gotta cook it up real quick. There we go. I don't think I'll be able to get him anymore. I'll have to fix the breeding settings on that. Because I should be able to get him to 100%. It just doesn't... Ooh, it's not quite working out to that just yet. Wow, look at that. Isn't that just a sight to behold? Still amazed at the graphics of this. So usually the place where you'll find aloes is on top of mountains. I don't think I'll find one on top of this because this is actually the volcano, but I do remember seeing something in the volcano. I don't think I've I don't remember, but this is a good place to start off at least and see where we're at. I'll go ahead and get this drop as well. I do believe I need to turn that down the drop quality as well. I haven't gotten to that just yet. It is a little, I think, just over what it should be. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to hit that. Here, get back down here. I don't know how we're gonna do this. There we go. But yeah, see, a little OP. 482, I think, is beyond max. So I'm just gonna leave that there. This metal is pretty huge, though. I will go ahead and take that in the focal chili. I'm just loving this mountain. You can hear the volcano sounds as well. And if I didn't mention it already, whoa, what do we got here? It looks like a car. Or, well, that's for short. The actual name of it is Allosaurs. He seems to be in blood rage right now. Let's see if... He seems to be stuck inside the floor. I guess there's still a little bit of an issue with meshing, but we did see that in the one episode where I dragged my body and it went through the floor. I think we should be able to make that spyglass I was talking about if I get the crystal. Alrighty. Where is that at? Right here. It does show up as a tetragram, but it's not, as you still have to fight the boss to get the actual engram for it. But this can actually show you the stats of certain creatures. You can see here. Allosaurs, level 65, 70,000 health. On the right, you can see it's like at the stat, like you can look at the health. If you look just a little bit right, it shows 16, 0, and 0. That's the amount of points that are put into it. And of course, you can see the melee. With cars, their health. Whoa, okay, it got free. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this area. But aloes do spawn, I think, on this mountain is where I last found them. Which is close to actually where I was wanting to build in the last, but decided not to. What's that black shadow on the floor? I guess it's just the, like, ambience of it. One complaint I do still have, but besides the sort of mobile graphics in the character display, is if you look in third person, your screen sort of like slowly rotates towards where you want it to look. But if you're in first person, it just automatically moves from where you want. If I look right, it automatically goes right as if it were following the movement of my mouse. But then if I'm in third person, it's sort of like it waits to get there for a second. Like, I've fully turned right, and it takes another second or two for me to actually look where I wanted to look. I noticed that it's a little iffy. It makes the game seem a little bit more laggy, even though it's not, because I'll be running on, you know, perfectly fine frames, and it'll just seem so much laggier because the input is sort of delayed, but only in third person. I don't know why that is. Like in first person, it seems just fine. I can look around, do whatever I want, and then it's only in third person where it sort of like delays. I'm not seeing any allos over here. I think the last time I saw an allo was when there was that Titanosaur. So we're gonna go ahead and look for that Titanosaur, because that was the last instance where there was an allo, from what I remember at least. Oh, that's a car now. There we go. Right there. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It seems to be separated as well. It is fighting a, what is that? A Kentro? That's actually winning against Kentro. That's surprising. So it is by itself. Yeah, alrighty. So that's got 4,000. Oh, jeez. I'm not so sure I'll be able to tame that. I need to get a trap for that if I'm gonna do that. But that is a very nice looking allo. I will go ahead and procure the materials to make a trap for it. Where's that other one at? Oh, that's a 115 saber. Oh, he does a lot though. He does a lot. I want to bring him further down so he can't just get up. Alright, we should be good now. I will go ahead and see you once I am done making this trap, and then we can return to that allo. Alrighty, that was a long session, but we are likely prepared now to be able to make this trap and finally tame ourselves an allo. So let's go ahead and get started. I need, I think it was around, see, 36, I believe, walls for what I'm making here. And then we have our sloped roofs right here. Only 4 of those. I'm sure that's all I'll need. So we'll go ahead and make those. And then with all of this, we can trap ourselves an allo and tame it. Hopefully, if all goes well. Sorry. I gathered some, like, I think 2,000 stone for this. It was like 20-30 minutes of recording. I was just slapping away at rocks and trees. I was attacked the one time by a saber. Saber came up to me and hit me, and I had to bring my Therizinos to fight back a little bit. I also died because of the cold. It was at like 8 degrees, and I made myself a whole bunch of armor, but that obviously did nothing to help me. And I even had to make this chest, so I had enough like weight to ride my Therizinos, because I had to go down and get some hide if I needed to make another sleeping bag. I didn't have to because the temperature rose, but this should be everything. I also got quite a bit of flint from that. That'll be useful later on in making spark powder. Spark powder is useful for making like gunpowder. It can preserve things and so much more. I don't know what exactly is. I might just have to go build it. Like piece by piece. So we'll take the walls separately. But for now, we gotta go look for that allo, because I'm sure he's ways away from where he originally was. I'll have to find a place where I can reuse the trap, because I don't think I can do that more than once. But you can also pick up structures at any time. So obviously, I can always come back and get it if I need to. And I would have made it all out of wood, but allos can destroy wood structures, so I made it all out of stone, and that's what took a long time, was the stone. I'm hoping it's not dead. If it's dead, I'll have to go look for another place entirely. Whoa, what was that noise? What is that noise? Oh, a bee! Oh, wow! So, somewhere around here there's a bee's nest. Oh no, there's just a queen bee. Oh, that's surprising. Alrighty. So, I guess it must have been destroyed. Because I would tame it if I had rare flowers and ghillie gear on me, but unfortunately I don't. There we go. Where's that at? Somewhere this way. There it is. Same one too. Nice. It's a lucky find. Yep. So there's our 65, 4,840 torpor, and now we just got to find a level place. Oh shoot. I hope he doesn't die. I am I am like amazed at how this guy's alive. That let's not do that again. If you don't know what happened, I ran out of stamina there, and he was able to just attack away at the Pteranodon. Luckily, I was able to think fast enough to not stay on the Pteranodon. Had I stayed on the Pteranodon, I might have died. So that was lucky. I've just gotta... I'm gonna see if I can kite him down to like the beach, because I can't find flat land here. So I'll need to see if I can get anything. Yep, follow me. Where are you going? Yes, there you go. Follow me all the way down. If you can. I'm not sure he'll be able to get through the trees. Will he? Oh yeah, he most definitely can. This is weird because he like pops out of the trees. Where'd you go? Where'd you at? Oh, he's above me. Oh, jeez. I can't see because of all the grass. Oh, he's an attacking Dimorphodon. Ow. I got a raptor. I don't want the raptor to chase me. I've got to be a little cautious. Ooh, jeez. I gotta be a little cautious about the raptor because they can actually pounce you off of these pteranodons. Ooh, yes, that owl actually killed the raptor for me. That is sweet. Go on. Alright, this should be a little bit easier to work with now. I hope he doesn't try to eat that Therizino, though. I'm sure he would lose. Oh my gosh. I literally say it and he's over there already attacking it. Actually, I think this Theri is easier to tame, so if it wins, I mean, I think it's just as... I think it's actually better than the Allo. We'll see. Whoever wins this, I'm taming. And the Theri won, okay. Ow. So I guess you are the winner, Theri. I wasn't expecting to tame a Theri today, but... there it is. Theri it is. Let's go and find where we're gonna build this. I mean, this might act as a natural... And he's already chasing me. Leave me alone. I want to tame you. Actually, let's try that new menu that was shown recently. Okay, I guess that doesn't work on... Alrighty. So there's our Theri right there. It's just gotta be a trap on the beach where I can... Is he coming to me? Yeah, he is. Leave me alone. I just want to build. Why? Go fight something else. Leave me alone. I don't understand. Why? Why are you chasing me? I'm just gonna stay right here. He'll give up eventually. Maybe. Please? Thank you. I do think they need to fix the aggression system. I don't feel like everything should be chasing you forever. Or always aggressive. I feel like more factors play into that than what's being presumed. He seemingly has... No, stop. Alright, so I do know you can sink the foundations. I'm not quite sure how. Might have to look into that. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that is beyond sick. I think I'll just keep it the natural. Seems these rocks are blocking my path. Luckily, they're just river rocks, so they don't really have much health. Yeah, walls. I need walls now. Can I make a storage crate? Thatch and wood. I just need something to hold my metal while I go get the other stuff. Nothing big, just a little tiny something. If I do find another allo, I think I'll put it up against the Theri again, and if the Theri wins again, I mean, hey, why not? In that instance, I think it's best to just go with the Theri. I don't know what's weighing me down. I don't think I'll be able to make it in one trip. I'll have to make multiple trips. Where'd that Theri go? There he is. Alright. So back up the mountain. I believe it was somewhere over here. Somewhere this way, I believe. 4,000 meters away from the Parasaur. I'm glad nothing has died while I'm gone. I don't know if it can. But I'm certainly glad that it hasn't. Where is this little... I imagine it should be a place where there's not a lot of trees. Because I just destroyed the... like, ecosystem over here. No, there wasn't water near it. I really gotta, like, trying to remember here. I was coming down, maybe this way, I believe. I did, you know, come up over here and then that way. So I think it's this way. Yeah, I'm positive it's this because there's no trees. I feel like this is it. Oh yep. Hey, we can see it there too. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it. I like how you're able to make out those details from far away. Alright, now let's see if we'll be able to carry all of these at once. I'm not positive, but... Hey, we can still fly, so we can work with it. It's a lot of walls. I do believe I have... Oh, I guess I don't. I'm gonna add where you can make flyers be able to level up their speed, just so I can go a little bit faster. Obviously, there is drawbacks in leveling up speed in a tame. You won't be able to... you won't have enough points to put into, like, weight or, like, health or something. You know, stuff that matters. You'll have less of that. And, speed matters as well, but just not as much as stuff like weight. If your flyer can't hold enough, then you can't really fly anywhere. But if it's too slow, it takes too long. Alright, so right here is where we are. And Therizinos right there. And now we can finish the assembly on this trap. If this Carno doesn't want to try and eat me. Now, I'm not too sure what structures I should use. I think I'm just going to go with door frames. I do know that Theris can actually break stone, which is why I think I might have preferred to go with the Allo, but as of now, I don't really have that choice. We got this Allo or Carno coming up on us here. He's only a level 10, we can fight him. He still hurts though. Jeez. And then all we need to do once we finish this is we can just trap the Theri, shoot him with a few tranks, and he'll be out. I think I made this a little too tall. I forgot how tall structures are in this. I don't think I needed to make that many, but that's fine because I can use these walls for my base. So, win-win. What the heck? They got a Dilo in here. Alrighty. No, I need E. Whichever one's tallest. I don't know. What the heck? What was that looking at? Oh, and I need to, like, flip them again. How did I get that? There we go. And then we just repeat that. And let's see if the Theri wants to walk into it. Oh yeah, I forgot the system is a little bit buggy. I think I might need to connect it to the ground. I'm gonna go make a foundation real quick. You shouldn't be able to touch us if we're in here. I'm not too sure he'll want to fight, though. Or if he'll leave me alone, though. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got him. And he can't walk through. That's perfect. Alrighty. I'd seen something about that being broken and not working. But, looks perfectly fine to me. Alrighty. I do believe this had less torpor than the Allo, so we should have leftovers as well. Leftover tranks. Maybe. Yeah, we should. As long as we hit every shot. Ow. This is going a little too smoothly. We got him 800. We've shot 10 arrows. I think I missed 1 or 2. Ow. I've got to be aware of my surroundings. If there's like a Carno or something coming, I don't want him getting stuck in the cage and killing Theri while it's sleeping. What's his health looking like? Oh, we're still fine. We're far from him being close to dead. And that should be it. Yep. Alrighty. What is that? Okay, that's just a Morphon. And now we track him. I do believe these structures are gonna be a little bit. Yeah, because they got smacked, so I don't think I can. You can't actually pick up structures. Can't actually pick up structures if they are damaged in any sort of way. Let's see. We've got once care immediately, so it's not done. Do they not raise when they're? Oh, he's starving as well. I guess they just don't do anything when I'm gone. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look up the online tool that you can use. It's called Dododex. I'm not so sure if it actually has the stuff for Ascended yet, but we'll see. Let's do... Is there anything for Ascended? Dododex. Ascended. Evolved and Ascended. Theri. We've got a 3 times taming speed and a level 30. So 33 berries, 40 minutes. That's a lot. And it will require 17 narco berries. If we, no, never mind. I don't have it on Mayhoes. 33 Mayhoes, 401 narco berries. Alright, so I'm gonna get some narco berries and pump him full of them. Actually, I'm not going to waste my time on that. I'm going to head back to base, and I'm going to get as many narco berries from my parasaur as I can. Alrighty, so it seems he has woken up. I didn't think that a Theri would take so long, to tame. I checked it up, and yeah, it takes a while. So, fortunately, this is gonna have to be a tame for the next day, but, I will see you then. Make sure to go down, follow, share, like the video if you like it, comment down in the section, and have a great day.